Hi, I'm Sarah Noble, your host for the Modern Day Intuitive Podcast. For over 25 years, I've been on a spiritual journey, searching, learning, expanding, and growing. I've traveled the world, led by my heart, on a quest to know myself so that I can support others. This podcast was created from my deep desire to help you connect with your intuition and to inspire you to create a life where the impossible becomes possible and you live into your sacred dreams and desires. Thanks for being here and enjoy the show. Hello, my lovelies. Welcome to Magical Moments today. I wanted to talk today about remembering who you truly are. That you are a soul that is having a human experience. And we get so caught up in our humanness that we forget about this divine part of us that is here exploring, expanding, relating, loving, all these beautiful things that our soul came here to do. We forget. And this lifetime is a journey of remembering, of coming back to the heart of who you are, recognizing all the aspects of you and coming home, essentially, back into this beautiful temple, this body that we get to live in, we get to experience, we get to be with, we get to have a relationship with. I was in yoga yesterday morning and with my favorite teacher, and she has this beautiful way of saying that you are divinity visiting humanity. And whenever I hear that, it just floods me with this beautiful feeling of remembering. The world as we know it today is very dense. It's very heavy. It's very third dimensional. And in that, we go about our lives, and unless we really stop to question what we're doing, why we're doing it, how did we get here, we can tend to just be caught in this hamster wheel of life, in the illusion of the material world that we are incarnated in. The earth didn't used to be this dense. Over time, we have dropped further and further out of the spiritual realms, and our ability to incarnate here and actually remember that we're a soul and that we came to experience certain things. But as the world has evolved and as we have come back time and time again, we find ourselves in this epoch of history that we're really disconnected from our spiritual self. We've descended so far that some people don't even claim they have a soul, that there's nothing other than this human body here on earth for no other purpose than to procreate and to acquire things. At least that's my take on that, because for me, if there's no spiritual sense, then what are you really here for? What is the purpose? And how deeply can we love and relate to others if we don't have a sense of this deep love and connection with our inner wisdom, our inner essence and spirit? And that is why I love talking about, teaching about, coaching about relationships, because everything is a relationship. How you are relating to your entire life, including yourself and your spiritual connection, is the basis of life as I see it. How are you relating to the world around you? How are you relating to your kids? How are you relating to the trees? How are you relating to the river, to the ocean, to surfing, to dancing, to your work? The list goes on, because the way we are relating shows up in every aspect of our life. And the most important relationship we have is the one with ourselves and with our spirituality. I know firsthand that the deeper I have learned to relate to myself, to my wounding, to my patterns, to my unconscious beliefs, to the little girl that lives inside me, to the adult that still struggles with things, all those levels of relationship, the deeper that I have taken them, the more I have allowed myself to love myself and bring more of myself to my life, the deeper my connection to spirit has become, the deeper my connection to my intuition, to receiving information, from hearing my inner wisdom, to not just acting out of fear or rushing to get to the next thing or making it my timing. The more that I turn inward, the more that I am coming from my heart, the less I need to control things and rush into things. And the more that I can really lean into divine timing, I can see the signs around me and they guide me and point me in directions. And there's this beautiful sense of being held. I'm not alone. I see my spirit animals step in. I have my guides. This whole unseen support that is available to us becomes more tangible, becomes more accessible, becomes more real to us as we clear away the facades and the screens and all the junk that gets in the way of us having this relationship with ourselves, which then extends out into the unseen world. And yes, it can be scary to lean in and trust something that you maybe can't see yet. Yet the more that you lean in and trust, the more you will see, the more you will feel, the more you will know that support is always with you and that you are a divine being, that it's not all up to you to figure it out and to know exactly what you're doing and to not make mistakes and to have enough money and all these things, these stories that run through our head and the things we tell ourselves about how we're not good enough or we could never succeed at that. No one makes money at that. All the different stories, all the different beliefs that just cloud this beautiful, beautiful connection to our inner wisdom and to our divinity. And so, my loves, how can you dive deeper into this beautiful divine experience of being a human on earth today in this moment, because you chose it for a reason? And I encourage you to follow your heart towards the things that light you up so that you can really experience what it is to know yourself and to know spirit at a deep, deep, beautiful, supportive level. And before I say goodbye, I just want to remind you that if you would love a reading from me for the show, there is a link in the show notes so you can sign up for a reading. I'd love to support you on your journey. Namaste. Thank you for being here today and making your personal and spiritual growth a priority in your life. To learn more about connecting with your dreams and your intuition so that you can create a life full of possibilities, visit me at www.themodernDayIntuitive.com and see how we can create magic together. A big thank you from my heart to yours for making the planet a better place for us all.